Hey guys, so this next review I'm doing is one I'm not 100% sure on how to pronounce. I'm gonna go with planets. I've heard it pronounced a million different ways. Let me know how you guys pronounce it and if I'm completely butchering that. But we're gonna review the Omnibus and the Tokyopop singles of Planets today. Let's get into it. Planets by Makoto Yukimura is a sci-fi story set in space. Space is one of my favorite themes, so I of course had to get into this one. By the way, I also wanted to mention that he is also the creator of another favorite of mine, Vinland Saga. His stories not only feature incredible world building, but interesting characters as well, so I highly recommend them. As it currently stands, there are two ways to fully collect the series with English translation. The singles released by Tokyopop, which collect the series in 5 volumes. The last volume was split up into 2 parts, by the way. And the Omnibus is released by Dark Horse, which collect the series in 2-in-1 omnibuses. In terms of size, the singles are the same size as standard manga releases from Viz, Yen Press, or Kodansha, while the omnibuses are about the same height and width as a Viz Sig volume like by Omega. The largest format of the series released so far are the omnibuses. They are 8.20 inches tall. What about price though? The Tokyopop singles are out of print, so their prices vary. Based on recently sold listings though, I've seen the complete set sell anywhere from 60 to 100 USD. But complete sets don't come up all that often, so this is just a ballpark price. The omnibuses, on the other hand, retail for $19.99 USD, but you can often find them on sale. Both omnibuses are actually available on Right Stuff right now for $15.99 if you're in search of them. That being said, the cheapest way by far to collect the full series right now is through the omnibuses. Let's take a look at design next. The singles are paperback and the covers have a matte feel to them. You have the individual artwork on the covers with the Planets logo. The logo is different from what you'll see on the Dark Horse omnibuses, by the way, and this metal-like graphic that wraps around from the front cover onto the spine. On spines 1 and 2, you have an image at the top of each spine and then the Planets logo, but I believe the format changes on volumes 3 through 5. Instead of the artwork at the top, they have a red Tokyopop logo with the images more towards the bottom of the spines. That being said, if you like spines that are uniform, you may prefer the omnibuses instead. The omnibuses, on the other hand, feature a new design with a graphic that spans the top and bottom of the cover. The artwork on 1 looks similar to the artwork of Single 1, but it's completely different as well. The artwork on Omnibus 2 is similar to the artwork we see on Single 3. The Planets logo has been reworked on the omnibuses also. It's more blocky and modern looking, so I prefer its look to the logo that's seen on the Tokyopop singles. On the spine, you have the Planets logo with artwork below it. The 2 spines look uniform and great on display together. One thing I also want to note is that since they are paperbacks and with their weight, the omnibuses sometimes arrive with dents or creases on the cover or spine, so this is something to keep an eye out for. Let's check out print and page quality next. The singles are printed on off-white paper and the pages have an eggshell-like texture aside from the few color pages that are present at the beginning of the volumes. Those color pages are printed on glossy paper. The omnibuses have way more color pages than the singles and those are printed on high-quality glossy paper. The black and white pages are printed on white matte paper in the omnibuses though. When compared side by side, the paper quality is much higher in the omnibuses. The print quality is way better in the omnibuses than it is in the singles too. The singles began printing in 2003, so they are much older. As a result of their age and paper, the quality just isn't as great as what's seen in the omnibuses. Some of the details are lost in the singles, whereas they are visible in the omnibuses thanks to their higher print and page quality. With the paper they chose too, the contrast is incredible. The blacks are dark, but not too dark, so the midtones stand out more. The omnibuses are just so crisp, the contrast is so sharp, and they have a wonderful print quality, so they're a definite winner in this category. You can see a difference too in the print quality of the color pages that are present in both editions. The Tokyopop editions only have a few pages that are color in the very beginning, but when compared to the same ones in the omnibus, you can see that the colors are much brighter and are more vivid. What about readability? Both the singles and omnibuses have a glued binding, but the omnibuses are much thicker than the singles. Both have issues with some gutter loss, but I've actually found the omnibuses have less of an issue than the singles do because they added margins to the panels that really enhance the readability. All of the panels in the singles brush up more into the center of the singles, but Dark Horse added more margins to them in the omnibuses so they're easier to read and are less obstructed. The omnibuses are also heavier than the singles, but they're still easy and comfortable to read. Both editions also read in the original right-to-left reading format, which I really appreciate. How cropped is the artwork in each? The singles are cropped the most in every aspect. They are more cropped than the omnibuses at the top of the pages as seen here. They are more cropped in the omnibuses at the bottom of the pages. They are also more cropped than the omnibuses horizontally too. You can see more of the artwork all around in the omnibuses than you can in the singles. Up next, let's talk about sound effects, translation, and lettering. So first off, let's talk about the sound effects. The sound effects were left untranslated in both editions. So both the omnibus and the singles have the original hand-drawn sound effects in them, and neither of them have translation notes. You'll also notice that the lettering is different in the omnibuses than it is in the singles. The font styles they chose are different, and the text is much more readable in certain areas within the omnibuses as seen here than it is in the singles. The omnibuses have a new and updated translation too. They update a lot of the grammatical errors that were present in the Tokyopop singles as seen here. The singles say slugging while the omnibuses say slogging. They also changed the wording of some things. It says harness here whereas it says seatbelts in the omnibuses. All of the updates I noticed seem to be minor grammatical type issues. That being said, the omnibuses have a better translation than the singles do. Also, they added some little yet nice details to the dialogue in the omnibuses, like this little frustrated or angry expression detail seen here, which was not present in the singles. What about extras? Both editions have color pages, but the omnibuses have way more. The singles only have color pages right at the beginning, but the omnibuses have color pages sprinkled all throughout the volumes. They are really beautiful to witness, especially in comparison to their black and white counterparts in the singles. Other than that though, that's really the only difference in terms of extras between the singles and the omnibuses. Alright, so now that we've gone over everything, which is the best edition for you? If you're looking for the most convenient and cheapest way to collect planettes, it's going to be through the omnibuses. The omnibuses also have the best print and page quality by far. In addition, new color pages have been added throughout the volumes and they are beautiful to experience, and they are also the largest format to release. They have a better translation and new lettering too. The singles by Tokyopop have a special place in my heart also. They are more portable and have a nice design, but they are out of print and are harder to find. I wouldn't recommend them for first-time readers of the series, but I totally get why someone would want to own these, especially in addition to the omnibuses. What do I think though? Personally, I absolutely love the omnibuses and think they are the best way to collect planettes hands down. I like owning the Tokyopop editions too, but the print quality can't be beat in the omnibuses. They look more uniform on the shelf, and they are the largest format to release so far. I'd love to see a hardcover release someday, maybe even a deluxe edition of the series, but the omnibuses are a great addition. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and if you're looking for more manga edition reviews like these, be sure to check out one of these videos next. Anywho, that's it for the video. Thanks as always for watching, guys, and see you next time.